Three, two, one.
Hey guys,
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Good Things Podcast.
Good
Nick, man! Nick, man!
We needed you. Sorry, boys.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the podcast, episode 2.
Yep.
Hope you guys enjoyed the last one. Sorry it cut out at 20 minutes because, you know,
We were in depth.
we were in depth. We had a lot of knowledge.
But we thought, you know, you deserve it.
Yeah, so here's part 2. We'll give you a 40-minute one. 40 minutes?
We'll
Yeah,
go
40
for it as
minutes.
long as we can. Well, we're aiming for 40.
Yeah, so the format of this works, so every second week we'll be joined with Nathan, and then every other week we'll have a guest on. So today,
Luckily today we've got 2 special guests.
Hey, we've been blessed with 2 guests today.
2 special needs. We
With 2
started
very different fields, so we'll have a variety of things to talk about. First guest is, you may know him as
Introduce
at
yourself.
RJ Vinegar.
Yeah, on your
Hey,
listeners.
he's a rapper. He's one of the boys.
Yeah.
First up, we have Roger, known him since school days. It's been ages, we're in a band together. It's been ages, mate, we're in a band together. And yeah, lately he's just been chasing the dream on rapping and taking it on social media.
Yep.
So please give it up for Roger.
Show some support and love.
What's up, fam? It's your boy RJ Vita, aka Big Brother James, and I'm here with my fam, Good Things, and my mate Nick Maluda.
Big M in the building. We got Nick in the building.
What's up, Nick in the building?
Yep.
I've also known Nick from school,
Mr. Travel.
from P12 days. It's been a while.
It's been a
It's
long
funny,
time.
this guy will drift away and it will somehow just come back together.
Just keep me in the loop, man.
Keep him in the loop.
So we have Nick. We've actually started our photography journey together.
Love it.
We started together, but then I started teaching him because I just skyrocketed,
Starting
you know?
off the lines.
Skyrocketed. And yeah, just
But yeah, go
getting
check out his socials.
good
We'll leave it in
insight
the
on this guy. So
description.
keen to welcome Nick. Welcome.
Thanks for listening, thanks for having me.
All right, fellas.
Alright.
Let's just get into some good convo here.
Yeah, man. Let's get into some
How's-
real things.
How's our week been? How's our week been?
Yeah, it's been pretty good, man.
Yeah.
Busy. Yeah, cold, man. With this Melbourne
Bad.
weather.
Oh,
Been
mate.
cold as.
Usually Melbourne.
Wow.
Usually Melbourne's a bit like random weather, but nah, it stays cold.
Man.
It's been staying cold and raining the whole week.
Yeah.
Was this week the first week of winter?
Yeah,
It
man.
was it? The first week of winter. What the hell?
Man.
First week.
First week.
Oh, how about the. Oh. How you been, Nick, man?
I've been good, man. I've been good. Same old. Just trying to battle this weather.
Bro, it's been cold.
How are you doing that? How are you doing that there?
How am I doing?
Besides buying my jumpers
Oh,
from the
yeah.
same website.
Just ask me, how am I?
How are you, Nick? How are
How
you?
are ya?
I'm good. I'm glad. I'm glad I get to see you boys. You know, socialize. You know, I haven't been doing much of that. But
Same.
it's been good to see you. It's been-
Far out.
How's Thailand when you came back?
It was good, man. It's a good break from reality.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm back now. Gonna
Back
put
and
in
better
that
than
hustle.
ever.
Bro, what an experience.
Would you put a price on travel?
Price and traffic.
Because I feel like you've traveled the most out of all of us.
Pretty much.
I think it's the experience. You know, it's what makes it worth it.
I don't think you can beat it, eh?
What's the countries you've been to? Give us the.
Pretty much, I've been to Vietnam,
Yeah.
Thailand. Been to Vanuatu,
Oh, shucks.
New Caledonia,
Far out.
some other remote islands that I can't really name.
Oh, shucks.
I've been around,
Yeah.
and it's been
Is
good.
that when you're smuggling? Is that when you're smuggling? Oh, that's why.
What do you reckon the country like you would go back to?
Yeah, out of all your countries, which is the one you would recommend?
I've been wanting to go back to Vietnam.
Yeah.
That's the culture.
Hanoi. Is that even a spot?
Nah, in the north, Sapa.
Oh,
You go to Sapa,
above
it's
the
more-
wall.
It's more culture there.
Oh, shucks, yeah.
People, the villages, you know, you learn a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the photos. Look, you were in the local.
Oh, is that when you did that trekking? Checking up the. Oh, we had
Yeah,
to
we
check
trekked for like.
Is that when you did the trekking up the?
We trekked for like
Are you making your voice deeper?
I think like 12 hours trekking, mate.
Did you guys
Yeah,
take
yeah.
it next to Star Trek?
That's Star Trek.
Stop. Nah, but 100%, bro. I saw the photos. I was like, bro, this guy's not staying at the
I feel
hotel.
like,
This
I feel
guy
like
is in
that's
the-
a part of it. Like, if you travel to another country, like,
Yeah.
there's no point going to another country and then like staying at a hotel and eating
Yeah,
Macca's every day.
what you can
It's
do
like,
here, kind of thing, eh?
You want to embrace the culture.
Did you take part of any culture tradition?
Get out of here! Get out of here!
ESL. I hate how
What kind of
calm he
interview?
was. How calm he was throughout that whole
Get outta
culture
here.
tradition. Nah, but the reason why we brought yous to, so the original plan
Nah, don't tell him that.
was, I'm gonna tell, be raw. Guys, hey, original plan was we're supposed to do 2 separate podcasts, but time got in the way. You know how it goes. You know, life just chucks you a curveball. So we're doing one big podcast. And for Nick, we wanted to talk about like identity and like kind of discovering who you are and that journey of finding who you are, basically. And that I think it's important to note that it's not a destination. Identity is a journey, so you're always discovering yourself. You know, you're never going to be in one spot for a long time. You know, it's a seasonal thing. You know, go through different seasons. You grow, you glow. Welcome back, Andy! Yeah. And we brought Rajay on because he's a good example of what it's like to make sacrifices to chase your dreams and to like, man, this guy had a good job. He's had many good jobs, but then he's like, nah, I'm gonna put my dream on the forefront.
Yeah.
And are you working at the moment?
Yeah, studying.
See?
Yeah,
Like for
man.
me, like I feel like that's a huge thing for everyone. Like they're too scared to drop money,
Yeah, true,
like fall
true,
back on
true.
like having a job because they're like, oh, I need money to go out with my friends or to
100%.
buy all the things that make me feel valuable. Valuable?
Valuable.
Can you
Nah,
tell
I
us
like
Why
that.
are we the
Valuable.
hosts? Why are we the hosts?
Valuable and valuable.
Valuable. I like that.
Nah, but
Valuable's
keep
good.
preaching, man. Keep
Yeah,
preaching,
yeah,
bro.
man. Don't let that stop you, man.
Yeah, shame, valuable.
Yes.
But yeah, like I know that's for me. Like I'm like having a job and having money is like what I'm most comfortable with. So like I can't imagine for me, and I feel like most people relate to this as well, because we all get stuck in the system of making money and adulthood and paying bills. It's bad. And yeah, like just the thought of quitting and not having money just to chase my dream is like that's for me that's scary.
It's
so
scary,
like,
man.
Yeah. So like, what's your
scary, man?
how's it been for you in that journey and, you know, like letting go of
Yeah.
money and chasing your dream?
Oh man. Well, you have to be responsible. So like, you got to take calculated risks. I'm all for taking risks, but you got to take calculated risks.
Yeah, bad.
So I'm blessed to have like a very supportive family and friends that, you know, when I was doubting myself, I would, you know, lean on them and they'll push me through it, you know?
Yeah.
But I don't know how people can do it without anybody that says that they did it by themselves.
Alone? Yeah.
Man, obviously you have to be motivated yourself to continue, but man, nah, it's a load of bollocks. So yeah, man, taking risks and stuff like that, it was, what was the question?
Like, yeah, so like kind of talk us through like how was the experience and how like how it came to like, well, like what you've been through so far.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
I feel like most people are afraid to take the steps that you've taken.
Right. Oh yeah, there's heaps of ups and downs, man. Like more downs than ups.
Yeah, bad.
But man, like the ups are like rewarding, and it just keeps you when you get that when you have it means something more. Like when you get it yourself, it means way more.
Yeah,
you know what I
bad.
mean? If you get handouts from somebody, you appreciate it, but it's not like when you get it yourself. That's when it's like the next one. You want to get the next one. You keep going.
Bad. I just want to highlight that. There's more downs than ups, all right?
Yeah,
Stop trying to glamorize
100%.
like chasing your dreams is like gonna always be
100%.
like uphill.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's like a lot of people just see the victories.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bad.
They see what looks cool and they see like all the glory,
Oh,
the fame,
man.
the money.
Yeah, just
But
to
they
touch on
don't know,
that.
yeah.
Sorry, after you.
Yeah, no, they don't know. Like it's a lot of hard work and a lot of tears,
Yeah,
It
bad.
is, man. Nah, for real, man.
frustration that go
Frustrated.
behind, you know. But
100%, man.
nah, big ups to you, bro. Like,
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
what are you doing?
Thanks. Yeah,
Gotta support your locals, okay?
100%.
Support your locals,
Support
man.
your locals.
Yeah.
Instagram in the description, man.
Hit me up, man. Hit me up,
Bad.
man.
Yeah, so, and I guess that kind of ties into Nick's topic, which is identity, because if you don't know who you are as a foundation, then like you don't really have much to stand on. So like if you start doubting yourself, then like chasing your dreams or, you know, doing what you feel like is best for you kind of crumbles. And so for you, Nick, I guess the kind of question is like, how's your journey been so far with like self-love and like the glow up, basically the glow up.
Okay.
And like if you have any insights for people who are going through like any struggles right now.
Yeah, right.
Well, first of all, for me, identity is like, or the surface of it is like, what would you say, like your personality,
Yeah.
characteristics.
Kind of like what everyone sees.
Yeah, like on the surface.
On the surface level.
But what many people don't know is like what really goes on behind the curtain.
Yeah, yeah.
And you never know, like that could be your true identity.
Yeah.
For me, I've never really like done this before, like
Yeah.
to like join this podcast and like speak about who I am,
Yeah.
like, and I'm gonna tell you the truth. Like I've been battling depression since I was
Crazy.
like a kid.
Yeah.
Wow, that's deep, man.
Only recently I decided to go on medication, and like no one knows that. No one knows that of me. Everyone who knows me, like all my family, anyone who's close to me, they only see like my exterior. So what they expect from me is to be like this funny guy. Everyone sees me as that, cracking jokes all the time, stuff like that. That's what they perceive of me. But what I know of me is like, just straight to the bottom. I'm always sad, man. But just recently, I'm trying to like break that pattern and reprogram myself.
Love that.
And love it, bro. That's what I'm trying to do. Just at this journey, my journey right now, I'm trying to reprogram how I think,
Reprogram. That's a good point.
and what I've been doing with my lifestyle. That's why it's good to catch up with with you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. And helps me stay connected.
100%.
And yeah.
Bro, I think you're already on the path of
Yeah.
freedom, bro.
Like that, just
Yeah,
then,
the fact
like just
you
letting
just
that out there,
accepted
it was that's a huge step.
That's
Yeah,
a
man.
big
Thanks,
thing,
guys.
bro.
Thanks, guys.
The fact you like accepted it, made it real. It's a real problem.
Yeah.
Because before, like last episode, we were talking about.
Yeah, we're talking
like,
about mental
a lot
health.
of people, they ignore the feelings.
Yeah.
They put it behind, and they just like, they don't like shine light to it.
Yeah.
And it grows. You feed it. You
Yeah.
feed that.
Right.
So
Especially
you-
within like the males, like it's kind
Yeah.
of a stigma to like talk about your feelings and like
Yeah, true.
to like
Yeah.
talk about your emotion stuff because it's like it's seen as weak or like
Yeah.
should be
girl,
like-
not
it's
not for a man to
masculine.
do.
Yeah. So I feel like just talking about it, like even through this podcast, like kind of raises the conversation and like kind of makes it open, like. And I feel like it's good because then we kind of become like good role models for
Right.
other people to kind of step up. So it's blessed. I'm blessed to be in this position
Yeah,
right
but
now.
I'm so glad you told us, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
man.
I feel
That's a hard thing
I
to
haven't
do,
really- I
man.
haven't told
G.
anyone.
Yeah.
No one knows. So.
I think that's a hard thing
I
to
feel
do.
comfortable.
I knew it.
bro.
I so knew it. Because like the thing with me and Nick, like we've been, like our paths have been crossing. Like, have you noticed? Like,
Yeah.
like me and this guy we went P12 together. We were in art class, and then he left school, and then I didn't see him for like ages, and then like we just kept crossing paths. Whether it was at church,
Yeah, right.
and then we started our photography journey together.
That was good.
Yeah, that was mad.
good.
Was that like 2 years ago?
Yeah.
And then yeah, and I always knew there was a deeper side to Nick. Like everyone knows Nick as like the cheeky guy with the the prankster, the fun guy.
Charismatic.
Yeah. But I always knew there was a
Charismatic.
deeper side, and like I started to see it more. There was like Instagram posts and there's like stories. That's why I wanted you on, because like I knew you have a lot to tell, and that's why I gave you your topic. Like I chose your topic.
I knew
knew it.
you
I
were
knew
doing
it.
something.
As
He knew
identity.
you.
I know you,
Okay,
mate.
this guy's trying to bring something out.
So yeah, that's why like your topic would be identity, because like everyone on the surface is happy and stuff.
Yeah. It's often the most happiest people are the most saddest.
Yeah.
Because I think they know how it feels to be down.
Yeah,
So they
yeah,
don't
bad.
want people to feel that.
Yeah,
So they're
true.
always trying to help people.
Yeah,
But
true,
in
true.
doing that, they leave themselves. So a bit of balance.
Yeah, balance
You
is
can't
important.
always think about
Balance.
yourself. You can't always think about other people. You gotta balance it.
Yeah, right. 100%.
So I'm so happy that Nick shed light onto this, bro.
Hey,
You've made the
Smiles,
step
smiles.
forward, bro.
Thanks,
Big
guys.
up, man. Like,
Shadows.
fire out, bro.
it's good to have you. It's good to have you.
Thank you,
Yeah,
guys.
that's
Thank
deep,
you.
that's
Thank
deep,
you.
man.
And I just want to say, one thing is, especially with mental fights.
yeah.
You know what I mean? That's like a fight that you have to take on yourself, and mental illness is such a big. It's a Goliath, right?
Yeah.
So it's good that you surround yourself with support. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you can't navigate through those things without a compass.
Yeah.
And like every time you have people around you, they reset that for you. You know what I'm saying? Because plenty of times when I'll lose focus on what I'm supposed to be doing, and that's not a regular thing. But when it does happen, it hits the fan. Like I don't know what I'm doing. Like what am I doing with this?
Yeah.
So when I surround myself with positivity, like just like good things, or my family, or other people that are doing music, it just like sparks it up, and you have to dip yourself in that well all the time, otherwise you're just gonna go dry, and then what happens is you stay by yourself and you overthink things, and you start back at zero. So it's good that you came back, man. Like well done.
Oh, I
Come
love
back
that.
on the- come
Love
back on the
that.
Love that you.
That's some truth right there.
100%.
But to bring it back to Roger's topic, like, have you experienced haters? Like, what's your journey so far with like haters?
How
like,
do you deal with it if you do receive hate like that?
So the first thing, like the first ever hater I ever had was myself. So right,
The first doubter.
the first
It's yourself.
doubter is myself.
The first.
man,
Right, like
Okay.
on today,
okay?
Roger's here.
And that self battle I had to fight with throughout the whole, when I was working in the office, when I was chasing all the money, and I was chasing this, that, and that, chasing the materialistic things that weren't making me happy. That was like the battle I was going through. So the first hater was myself. I hated myself because I was doing something I didn't want to do. And then when I do it, I was like, I'm not good enough because I don't spend enough time with it.
love that, love
So
that.
as soon as I got over that and I said, nah, I'm dedicating myself to this thing, then every other hater that came across my path was just like, nah, you don't know what I deal with, man. You don't know what I'm dealing with.
Power levels was
100%.
Power levels was low.
100%.
I love that.
I love that, bro.
Right, yeah. And I,
Basically,
yeah.
setting your foundation. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
if you can overcome yourself, like, then whatever comes like from outside.
Yeah.
If you can't overcome the battle within, like whatever comes from outside, like
The African proverb.
What is it?
Enemy within. If you conquer the enemy within,
then
enemy
like without.
out
We're
cannot
butchering
affect
it.
you.
Yeah, something like that. We're butchering it.
The way
I'll put
they
it on
said
screen.
it.
Put it on the screen.
Put it on the screen. But yeah, it's exactly that. That's
100%.
I love that.
Yeah. So that was my very first hater that I had was that.
Yeah.
And then after that.
And then after that, like,
I never thought of it like I never.
100%. I was my
That's
first
so
hater.
true,
Sometimes
though,
you're
eh?
your biggest, like you're yourself, are sometimes your biggest
100%.
doubter, hater.
like that relates to life. Like, just,
Yeah, with everything, man.
yeah.
So no one can never say, yeah, like I'm the first guy that hated on that guy. Nah, because
yeah.
I hated on myself first. So.
I got that spot, man. I got first place.
Exactly. Right, 100%.
It's so true, because like when you chase your dreams, man, like you only have yourself. Like no one else sees what you see.
Yeah.
Everyone sees like what you want to do, but no one sees the vision that you have for yourself.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if you don't have yourself, then
True.
like you're gonna have nothing to stand on.
100%.
So
100%.
that's so true. Just like constantly tuning yourself, because
Yeah.
it's never like you conquer yourself one day and then like you're good
it's
for the
a
rest of the.
continuous battle.
Yeah, it's a
kind of
continuous
thing.
battle. As long as you keep chipping away at like working on yourself and reassuring yourself that it's you can do it.
Exactly.
Every single day.
On that note, right? Like in regards to like dreams and stuff like that, telling people, you can tell the wrong people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's so
So
true.
you have to, when you have a vision, you got to protect that. And I mean,
Yeah.
like protect that mentally, physically, spiritually. Pray about it. You know what I mean? You got to seek counsel before you do it. Because I was on the seesaw about this whole music journey, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like after the whole situation of getting counseling about it, like with my group, man, that's the best decision ever made.
Yeah,
man.
but-
You know, I'm not looking back ever. Like this is it. Yeah.
I think it's just the fact that it's like a slower journey. Oh, it's not. I wouldn't say it's a slower journey. It's just you see the fruits in like more extended period of time. Like
Yeah,
people after
true.
like constant like instant like
Gratification.
instant gratification. I want to get paid and I want to show people I got paid by
Right.
buying new shoes.
100%.
But when you chase your dreams, like
Journey.
it's a journey. Like it's definitely a journey. Like it's definitely something you work in the shadows for,
Yeah.
and you have to be okay with like losing and failing
100%.
and just not showing people all the time.
Yeah. Sometimes you just keep it to yourself, man. And just keep going, bro.
I think another important thing to realize is like you will get hate. Like
Yeah.
man, it's
and
inevitable.
it's important to grow thick skin
Exactly.
and like to not be like wavered by it.
Yeah.
Like, not everyone's gonna like your type of art, your type of music, your type of
Yeah.
Yeah.
whatever you're bringing to the table. There's always gonna be someone with a different opinion.
Yeah. Right.
Those like haters, like ones with like pure hate, negative.
Yeah.
Like that's their problem.
Yeah, legit. Like,
They're suffering themselves. Like,
Their problem.
it's your fault.
I don't even know you. You're suffering. I don't know you. You're hurting,
bro.
but you're hurting yourself. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
man.
you're affecting yourself.
Yeah, legit. Like, instead of making me angry, it kind of makes me feel sorry for them.
Yeah,
Like,
100%. It's sad, man.
like,
it's sad. People take
It
the
really
time out of
affects
day.
them, right?
Yeah, like, it
Where
affects
you're
them
putting
so
your
much.
stuff,
They're
it hurts them too.
they're thumping their thumbs on the screen to
yeah.
just, man, this guy sucks.
I think that's just self-reflection of themselves. Like,
Yeah.
they might have that doubt. They might have that kind of
Yeah, it's, man.
And that's the thing. Don't run to social media for your
recognition
and
for,
validation.
Social
man.
media is not-
100%.
Because all those numbers can be bought, man.
Yeah,
I'm
but-
telling you, all those numbers can be bought. Like, promote your thing, whatever.
Yeah.
But don't be buying likes and follows and
Yeah.
stuff. That's
Don't try to please everyone.
yeah, man. You
Don't
won't win
yeah,
like that.
Yeah.
don't base your happiness or how you feel based on your social media. Like,
100%.
social media is not the place to go if you want to feel good. You know what I mean?
Man. It's the last place, bro.
Bad. Like,
It's the last place.
that's so huge because like likes get to people's heads, you know,
Yeah.
follows get to people's heads.
Yeah.
And then if you post something and then it doesn't get the amount of likes that you
Yeah,
want,
you
if
expect
you don't
it.
get your expectation, you're just
Yeah.
gonna feel crap. Like,
yeah.
especially if you're a person who posts selfies. Like if you're when you post a selfie, you're like, oh, this is it. This one's, you know, I feel so good in this one.
Yeah.
It's gonna get this many likes.
Right.
And then when it doesn't get that many likes, you're like, oh, I feel ugly. I must be ugly
Yeah,
as.
yeah.
Like
you
it's-
want more.
Yeah.
you know?
You're ugly ass.
I was like, oh my god. Like yeah, so I think it's important not to base your expectations
Yeah, on numbers.
on numbers
Right.
or your happiness on social
endless,
media. Like social media is a place where everyone shares their high points. So you just as long as you understand that everyone's posting their high points and
Yeah.
you don't compare yourself
Yeah.
their highlights to your behind the scenes, like
Yeah.
you'll be alright. Like everyone's working in the background. Like everyone's just posting their highlights because it's what they want to show.
Exactly.
And that's okay, you know, as long as you just don't compare. Like try not to at least. I know it's hard.
Right.
Just to bring it to you.
Yeah, like Nick, how do you
Nick,
deal with that?
Like, was there like a moment you were like, nah, I'm gonna change now. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna fight this.
Yeah, because it is a journey. Yeah.
yeah, man. What
What
made
kind
you?
of- yeah.
What made you want to go?
There's that tipping point.
Exactly.
It's kind of like it's hard, like to kind of just throw it out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Like what made me want to, I guess, change was because I always had like suicidal thoughts,
Yeah.
and you know, I thought about my responsibilities, and my main
True,
responsibility
true,
is my dad.
Yeah.
100%.
I do take care of my dad, just me and my dad at home.
Yeah.
And like, I thought about, you know, what if I was gone, who would take care of my dad? And like,
Right, man.
so I thought from there on, like, you know, something had to be done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like my first step was to get on. Well, I thought the easiest way was to get on medication.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, it's been good. Like I do have a balance.
Yeah.
Like in my thoughts. Like it's not as negative all the time.
Yeah.
But I think what got me the most was, you know, being around you guys.
Yeah.
Like seeing my friends again, being in that circle.
That's good, man. That's really good.
So,
Yo, I'm happy you came out, man. Like,
Yeah, bad.
I didn't know you were feeling this, and for a lot of people who have a friend who feels like
Yeah, man.
deepened,
Yeah.
and they don't know, like, I feel honored, and I'm happy
Yeah.
you told us this, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
I think a lot of people felt down and they want to talk to someone, but they just don't want to
Yeah.
like
Burden
annoy
people.
them, burden
Yeah,
them,
right.
whatever. But I'm happy, you know. It takes a lot of courage to talk to someone, you know.
It does.
So like,
Especially if you're like an introvert, bro. Like
Yeah, that's
speaking out in general is like
hard.
yeah.
That stuff will be hard. You gotta seek help though, man.
Yeah,
There's
bad.
help out there.
talking it out is one of the
Best things, dude. Yeah.
like get it off your chest, you know.
Yeah, man.
such a good release to like
Yeah.
Let it
finally,
go.
you know,
Like just
tell
let it out
someone.
there.
Yeah, man. 100%, man. I'm proud of you, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah. Shoulders.
Big up, bro.
How would you, man? Because like if I'm looking at my own journey, like I'm trying to like one of the questions I have is like, are you either introverted, like 100% introverted, and then 100% extroverted, or are you like? Because I'm in between, and like I'm trying to find that balance of like, am I more extroverted or am I more introverted? Like I'm on that fence of like trying to figure out like my true,
Your true self.
yeah. So, like, would you say you're more introverted than extroverted, or like?
Well, when
would
you're
you guys say?
when you're in class, like I don't know, when you ever take those surveys, finds out whether you're introvert or extrovert.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know, man, because like there'll be situations where I can switch that on and switch it off.
Yeah,
for
but-
me, it's a different.
Yeah.
Different every day for me.
Exactly. Like it depends on the situation. Depends
Yeah.
on how I'm feeling. Do I
Yeah,
want to talk
yeah.
to you today? It doesn't mean I'm an
That's-
extrovert. You know what I mean?
Nah, real. That's real talk.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
100%.
yeah, right?
It's not
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's not like I hate you. I don't want to talk to you.
Nah,
It's just
I'm
like
not
Just
today's
annoying.
not-
I can't be stuffed with
Today
anything.
communicate.
Yeah.
Nah, I feel
Today's
that.
not the
I
day.
feel that, bro.
Yeah.
But
Right, like I mean, like boundaries. I guess like you can't put people just like that, because then you think like that. I guess.
Yeah.
And then you try to find your true self. Nah, man. I don't know.
that's
I'm
so
whatever.
true.
Like not whatever, but like in the middle,
yeah.
or depending on how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
nah,
It is based on like the environment and like who you're around.
And I think one thing that keeps people like with depression or whatever, like that, which does not help them, is that I think they have to be happy all the time.
Yeah.
When like
true,
life's
true,
not
true.
all about happiness.
Yeah, true.
Like, it's about the downs and the ups, like we said.
Yeah.
And it's alright to not be alright.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
It's alright to feel like crap, you know.
Yeah,
Exactly.
But it's, you gotta work towards whatever. But
Yeah, I feel
that's
like
what I'm trying to-
having a goal is a good way to distract
Yeah.
yourself.
purpose. Yeah.
Goals and purpose,
Yeah,
like
goals
you
and
have
purposes.
See,
to.
purpose saved him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
His father was
true.
his purpose.
yeah.
100%.
Purpose and goals. If
When
you
you
can
lose-
sit down with yourself and like try to figure out what you want in life, like it's not gonna come like in 5 minutes.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
just
yeah.
take your time. Like keep chipping away at it.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out what you like, what you don't like. Experiment with new things. Because once you have a goal, like your goal would like distract you and like keep you on track to work towards something. Because I feel like that's what everyone needs. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
When they don't have purpose, you don't know where you're going.
Yeah.
You
Goal
get
planning.
lost, and then you get.
And when you feel lost, that's when you
you
the
drown.
That's the
spiral
worst.
happens.
Yeah, you drown.
That's the worst,
Because you
man.
feel like everyone else is doing stuff and you're like
Exactly.
wasting time.
Exactly. And I think another thing about goals is like celebrating the small goals, like small wins.
So
Like
true.
we spoke about that ages ago. Like man,
celebrating the small wins.
I do that like it's a religion now. Like
Bad.
if for example like I get an event going on or something like that, I celebrate that stuff. Or even
Yeah.
go to a meeting, like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
celebrate. Yo, I went to a meeting today.
Yeah.
And it's like that's what it is. I find that like crazy cool.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Even though like 70 followers, it's not much like compared to
No, that's
Instagram.
huge. To
But
me,
then
that's
you
huge.
put 70 in like
In like in a room?
Yeah,
That's a
that's
lot of
the best-
people.
that's
You
the
know?
best measuring
Claustrophobia,
stick.
We celebrated
That's the
that. We
best
celebrated that, man.
It's called claustrophobic.
Man, that's
Nah, 100%. Celebrate your
it's
small
so
wins. eh?
important to celebrate the small wins because if you hold out for the long win, like the big wins,
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
you're
gonna
gonna
get
look back
dry,
and you'll be
bro.
like, far out. What did I
You
work
missed
for?
the journey.
Yeah,
You
you take everything for granted that you did in the past.
Yeah, man. Yeah, dude.
Like,
and those big wins will mean
Yeah,
more, you know?
like be proud of yourself. You know that you got the small wins. Don't
back yourself, you know?
Don't not celebrate because you feel like you're being cocky. Like man, you gotta
100%.
win. Like a win's a win.
Yeah.
Celebrate it, earn it.
Exactly.
But then move on. Like don't celebrate for too long.
Don't sit there.
Oh,
Don't pop the
50
bottles.
likes.
Don't pop the bottles and weekend bender,
50
you know?
likes, everyone
Don't
sucks
sit
now.
there.
Yeah.
Pop the bottles.
Like have your time and then just get back on the horse. You know what I mean?
100%. I agree. I agree with that. You get too comfortable, man.
Yeah.
Comfortable. What kills
Right.
kills the
Don't
mission,
even-
man. Comfortability
the comfort
kills the
zone.
mission.
Comfort zone is the death zone,
Don't
man.
don't chill there for too long. Trust me.
Yeah, it's easy to chill, man.
It's
Anybody
easy to
can
chill there.
Oh, is that a hold on.
Wait, is that?
Oh, 2 years. Oh,
I'm gonna sit down for 2 seconds. Oh, 45.
Oh, 45 seconds.
45,
Oh,
2
lost
kids.
45.
Oh man.
No, but that's it.
It's all about growing, glowing up,
Yep.
Yeah.
pushing your boundaries.
Yep.
Do you guys have any advice on people who want to try to do that?
Which
Or like
one?
just like pushing yourself past your going
yeah.
outside of your comfort zone.
What do
Do
you
you guys
reckon?
have any tips?
What do you reckon, Dave?
'Cause you just did it just then. You just opened up about
Yeah,
Bro,
you know,
yeah,
you
bad.
said
like
you're
that was
fresh.
a bomb.
Yeah,
bad.
man.
I love that though, bro.
Yeah, that's straight out the bag, bro. Fresh.
How do you feel now? Do you
Just-
feel
yeah.
like there's a weight being off you? Like kind of
Yeah.
100%.
Actually, I feel happy.
Alright, so tips with Nick. Tips with the crew.
Yeah.
Where to start?
Yeah,
on-
what's the tip of the podcast? What
tip
is
of the
this?
podcast?
What's the tip of the tip of the day? I don't know.
Tip of the day, yeah.
Tip of the iceberg.
Yeah.
For anyone who like wants to take that first step in
100%.
breaking up.
It's simple.
Yeah.
It's real simple. You just gotta do it.
Yeah.
For me, just surround yourself with the same energy.
Right.
You know? Easy as that. Just
Yeah.
reconnect with like people that, you know, make you happy, give you that positive vibe, you know.
Right.
So
Positive vibe.
Positive vibes.
That's Nick's tip. Love it.
Love it.
And what would your tip be for like people who want to like start their journey in like whatever music or art?
Yeah,
or they're
chasing
too
their-
scared
yeah,
to
chasing their
kind of
dreams.
ignite or
Chasing their dreams?
First of all, you got to deal with yourself. So I reckon, deal with yourself first. Understand that I'm comfortable with what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Love it.
You know what I mean? Because if you're not, and you got to put yourself out there, and you're not comfortable with yourself, or confident in yourself as well, you're screwed, mate.
Yeah,
You're
bad.
screwed. I'm telling you, off the bat, you'll stop. And don't let people say, because of that confidence, you're cocky. Obviously,
Yeah.
there's a line.
Yeah.
You got to
There's
draw the
balance.
line. You have to balance that. And a lot of people might think I'm cocky.
Yeah.
But nah, I'm confident, man. Because
Yeah, bro.
I know where my help comes from.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Love it.
You know what I'm saying? So,
I mean,
yeah, man, like be comfortable with yourself, and then there's nothing to it but to do it. You know what I'm saying?
you know what I mean?
That's it.
Well,
There's
yeah,
nothing
Andy.
to it but to do it.
I think for me the tip would be I'll probably go in Nick's direction. Just once again, just talk about it. You know.
Yeah.
True.
Don't hold the burdens in. You know. Get to a comfortable space with comfortable people. Talk about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
That's what. Yeah.
Talk about it.
And for me, just to follow the path, I'd probably go in Roger's direction and just working on yourself first.
Yeah, true.
Going on your self-love journey,
Yep.
discovering who you are, and having a foundation on yourself. Because, I want to try to figure out that quote. If you conquer the enemy within,
Something like that,
something
man.
without can't turn you down or
Can't-
something.
yeah.
Can't conquer you.
Yeah.
Powerful.
Yeah.
Man.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, like, you talk to yourself the most. So if you just
Yeah,
keep feeding
man.
yourself with like
Bad
positive
stuff.
energy, or like whatever, like positive, negative energy, you're always gonna find that. So, like, back yourself up, man. Because at the end of the day, that's all you got.
It's yourself, man.
Back yourself up, chase your dreams, and just But also, it is a day-to-day thing. Like, it's not you love yourself one day and
Nah,
then
you got-
the rest of your life
Gradual,
is good.
man.
Yeah,
Gradual. It's a
There's
journey.
nothing scarier than a fast way out.
Yeah. Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
Bars.
Bars,
All
man.
right, that's how we're gonna leave this podcast
Yeah.
with some
Hope you guys
bars.
enjoyed the podcast.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having us, guys.
Thanks to our guests for joining us.
Roger and Nick, check the socials. We'll
Check
leave
the socials, everything in the
description.
description. And if you guys
Check
enjoyed the
your
podcast, we are Good Things. This is Roger and Nick, and we'll see you for next week's episode on Thursday. Every Thursday. Every Thursday.
Thursdays. Nice.
Fuck. Love you guys. Okay, short boys.
Nice. Well done, boys.
Nice and short and sweet.
Well done, boys.